Let me show you something.
Welcome back to Culture Clash Reactions. It's me, Fen.
It's me, Akasha.
Hope everyone is doing bloody fantastic. It's time for a bit more of Bill Burr. 3 reasons. 1, we love Bill.
Yeah.
2, everyone else loves Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And 3, people keep asking for Bill Burr, so we're trying to be a crowd pleaser. This one is from a special that I remember seeing, but it's been a while back. And for me, this is like peak Bill Burr when he was at his best.
Okay. When was that you think he was at his best?
Personally, I can't remember when that special came out, but I would say about 10 years ago, 8 to 10 years ago. People are going to go, no, he's still brilliant. Yes, I know, but there's a point where they're just like killing it with everything they say. And this special particularly I enjoyed. There's a bit he does, it's called, there's an epidemic of gold digging whores, and then another bit called Arnold Schwarzenegger is a great man.
Okay.
Right? Because you know what happened to Arnie, don't you? Like, he obviously got caught cheating on his wife with the maid, and he had a kid with her, blah, blah, blah. So he does a bit about it.
Okay.
Should we get into it?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Him up a bit.
Can anybody explain these divorce settlements? Can anybody make sense of these fucking things? Tiger Woods' wife, $250 million. She's a babysitter worth $250 million fucking dollars.
That's wild.
Somebody, go ahead. Somebody, explain, justify it. Justify it. What, he cheated on her? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. He cheated on her. Great, the relationship's over right then. Kobe cheated, right? Shouldn't that relationship been over right then? Why did she hang around like some jaded cop for 3 years trying to get her fucking pension, right? Get that 10 years in? I don't know, maybe that's too harsh. That shit bothers me, man. Dude, there is an epidemic of gold-digging whores in this country. And every night I put on the news, and I'm waiting for someone to address it.
His angle's always so good.
Mm-hmm.
Every night, never see it, you know? And every night I bring up gold-digging whores, and the whole crowd pulls back like I'm up here talking about Bigfoot, right? Like I'm saying the moon's made out of cheese or something. Talking about whores, people. They're everywhere. How many? How many more great men are going to get chopped in half before we do something? Why is it so quiet in here? God damn, I don't get it. What is it? Is it women? Do you think I'm calling you? I'm not calling any woman here a whore, okay? So don't pull back. That's not fair, okay? If you brought up wife beaters, I wouldn't like pull back. I get it. There's guys hitting women, they need to be stopped. We gotta understand that gold-digging whores are the wife beaters for men. Yeah, they are. Except we don't have that Rihanna lumped up photo in the end, so it's not obvious.
Lumped up.
It's in the eyes. It's in the lines in your face.
Yeah.
It's in Mel Gibson's high-pitched voice on the answering machine. I had to give up my Laker tickets, right? That is the sound of a man being taken for everything he's got. I gotta tell you, I'm envious of women, okay? I'm not saying your problems get solved, but at least they're taken seriously. You know? People, you got 1-800 numbers, you got ribbons, there's groups. People give a shit. Anything happens to a guy, it's just considered funny. Some woman cut her husband's dick off, threw it in the garbage disposal, and turned it on. People thought it was hilarious. They were, hey, Stumpy! Nobody cares.
Stumpy.
You think if a guy removed a woman's titty and threw it in the dryer, anybody would be joking about it the next day? The entire country would grind to a halt. There'd be a moment of silence. The NFL would have some special colored headband everybody had to wear for an entire month. The most effeminate color they could possibly come up with. All my heroes are going down. Arnold Schwarzenegger, another great man. Another great man. Taken down by that gold-digging whore of a maid he's got. And I'm not saying he's not a piece of shit for doing what he did. It was a piece of shit move. But how come only he got chastised? What about the maid? Why was she called the maid that entire story? She was never called a whore, ever. Just boggled my mind. She knew his wife, first name basis, played with their kids, fucked her husband in their own goddamn bed. Right. That's right down the checklist. Yeah. First ballot Hall of Fame whore. Right there.
Hall of Fame whore.
Never. Why do you think she hooked up with him? Because of that 1987 flat top he's still rocking? A giant space between his teeth I could put this mic cord through? Or do you think maybe it's all that kindergarten cop money laying around the goddamn bedroom? No, it's awful. It's a horrific thing to see as a guy, watching guys go through that shit, you know? And then there's no sort of examination of it. They just go, he's an idiot. Hey, he's stupid. That guy's stupid. If that guy's stupid, what the fuck am I, right? Does it even make sense? Why would you do that? Why would you accomplish all that and then fuck it up, hooking up with one of the ugliest human beings I've ever seen in my life? I'm not saying I'm a prize. I'm just saying, you know? There's got to be something beyond that, right? You know what I think it is? I think it comes down to the way he talks, you know? That dude should be unloading trucks in Transylvania.
Right.
That should have been the height of his success. But because he's a great man, he had the balls to move to America. Became famous for lifting weights. I lift weights, nobody gives a shit. He lifts weights, becomes super famous. Did he rest on his laurels? No. Next challenge. I'm going to become an actor despite the fact nobody can really understand me. Against all odds, he starts making movies. Get down. There's a bomb. Get out of there. Becomes one of the biggest blockbuster stars of all time. What are you going to do next, Arnie? I think I'll marry a Kennedy. There's no fucking way you can do that. Bam, he does it. Cherry on top, I'm running for governor of a state I can't even pronounce, and he wins the election. Why wouldn't this guy think he couldn't bang his maid in his own bed and get away with
Right.
it? This dude has been in the zone for over 4 decades. 4 decades, nothing but net. Bang a maid in my own bed? Dude, that's a layup. Are you serious? I had a hit movie with a midget. I don't even need a condom. Right? And then what happens? The smoke clears. Then all these trolls come out of the woodwork and start judging this great man. All these fatties, these fucking old guys who never got any with their jowls coming on TV. Absolutely reprehensible behavior. What kind of a public servant? His legacy is shrouded.
You've seen those guys 1,000 times.
Like they have any idea what it's like to be tempted at that level. Right? Like they have groupies as they waddle out to their Mercury Tracer parked on the other side of a dumpster. Really? You're beating them off? This guy, he's not a great man anymore? Terminator doesn't count? Is that what the fuck you're telling me? Because he fucked Alice? Really? He's still not a great man because he did that. Then the whole thing's over? Anybody here think they could move to Austria, learn the language, become famous for working out, then be a movie star, then marry into their royalty and hold public office? How many lifetimes would you need? I'm on my 3rd attempt at Rosetta Stone Spanish. Right? How can I judge these guys?
Right.
I can barely handle the temptations of Facebook. I'm going to judge Tiger Woods. I golf. I don't walk off the 18th hole and there's a busload of Scandinavian women waiting to fuck my brains out. Sorry, ladies, gotta go home to the wife, right? No, it kills me. And there's no help out there for guys. There isn't. There's nothing out there to help you handle becoming rich and famous. There's nothing to prepare you for that platoon of whores that's gonna form on the horizon. Right? Like Braveheart. Faces painted, skirts on, will run down the hill. They'll jump on your dick in front of your wife. They don't give a shit. It's not even a handbook out there. I saw one article written about it on the cover of Time magazine. It said, why do so many rich, famous, and powerful men act like absolute pigs? Right? And the article was actually written by a woman. That's like me writing a book, The Third Trimester and What to Expect. Ladies, you're gonna feel a pressure. How the hell know what I know. You don't want to hear that from me, right? Then why is this woman telling me what it's like to have a dick? That makes no sense. You have no idea what it's like to have a dick. 24/7. Do it. Fuck it, do it. That's what it's saying. Do it. Yeah, do it. That's how we survived as a species. Every man in here is programmed to fuck 85% of the women in this room. Right? Yeah, 85. We are. Do it, fuck it, do it, you know? It's just that you won't. That's the only reason why we don't, you know? That's not you keeping your dick in check, you know? Some guy at Home Depot working there, he wants to fuck just as many women as a celebrity, right? But he can't do it because whores don't care about lumber, right? But the second he hits the fucking lottery, all of a sudden, you know, that do it, fucking do it, you know, that wasn't affecting his life. Then all of a sudden these whores show up. I'll do it, I'll suck it, I'll do it, right? No, somebody's got to step up, all right? I'm not even blaming whores, really. Just guys, we're fucking idiots. What are we doing? Why are we working so hard and then giving it all away to some chick who did 3 shifts at a fucking Hooters, you know? They're fucking bums. Sitting there with fucking Dorito dust in their cleavage, walking around with hundreds of millions of dollars.
Dorito
I'm sick of that shit. That's what the law says. 100 years ago, I could beat you with a fucking mop handle and be like, well, that's what the law says. Doesn't make us right.
True.
No, it's unreal. And all this shit's going down, and we're not doing anything. What are we doing? Same old shit. Sitting around watching Shark Week, right? Watching shit about poisonous snakes half a world away, just filling your head up with all this useless information. What to do if you come face to face with a Bengal tiger? Don't look at it, don't look away. Slowly back up as you push your friend forward, right? All this useless information, yet hanging between your legs is this thing that could crumble your entire empire 7 minutes or less. Don't know a fucking thing about it. Even worse, you think it's your friend. Yeah, you know why? Because your dick's like a dreamer, you know? Your dick believes. It's like a motivational speaker. I don't give a shit what question you ask it. It's always like, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a plan. Exit strategy. Later. We'll be fine. Where's your dick when you get caught, right? Then it's just slumped over like, hey, I thought it was a good idea, you know? You have to know that. Dude, if your dick was a third base coach, it wouldn't hold anybody up. It'd just be fucking waving people around. Everybody, go in standing up. You got it. Oh, shit, here she comes. Slide.
The always flawless Bill Burr, everybody.
Bill
Burr.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
I just say Bill Burr.
Okay, cool. I say Bill Burr. How'd you enjoy that?
Good.
Do you know what I always enjoy about Bill Burr's videos as well is that, like, yes, it's comedy, and yes, we're laughing our asses off, but there is always a topic there to talk about.
Yeah, of course.
The last video we did, I can't remember what it was a Bill Burr video, and we talked about relationships or whatever, and everyone really enjoyed, like, the content.
Shitting on women, I think, is what it was.
Right, and we were enjoying, and we had a discussion afterwards about it, and everyone, like, it's just, you know, that's the kind of comedy I love, is that it leaves you with something. You can always remember the punchlines, and you can actually have a discussion after it.
Yeah.
But my favorite bit is the bit, like, there's no handbook for turning famous, and, like, which is so true. Like, as a woman, here's a question. As a woman, because this is where I stand. But of course, for somebody who does not have a penis, and I can clarify, she does not.
How would you know?
Do you think? I'm trying to find the right words how to, like, ask this question, but let's say you are Ed Sheeran. Good example. You look like Ed Sheeran. Talented as hell, become a superstar, which you got to give a lot of credit to him. I think he married his childhood sweetheart, I think, which gives him even more points. Yeah. But let's say you're him, right? And as he said, what did he say? Because whores don't care about lumber. Like, do you, as a woman, do you judge him once you find out that he cheated on his long-term girlfriend from when he wasn't famous? How do you feel about it? He becomes famous. He's this rock star, superstar. You find out, like, how do you? Because I should say how I feel. I go, yeah, of course. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Which I know is a little heartless of me, but I also like to see things for what they really are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? instead of just like fairy tale. Well, no, they were there together from the start and all. Like, what do you think?
I think that you have to think of it as, because I don't even know how to articulate it.
Go on.
You have to think of it. You can't think of it as a woman's point of view, because if I was thinking it as a woman's point of view, I would say
you can't get
that's
past.
so shit. Like she loves him, he loves, but you have to take yourself out of it as a woman's point of view and think of it as, yeah, he might love the shit out of her, like he might love her deeply, but like men are not like women, so men can have sex with a woman and just.
Well, we've had this discussion.
We've had this discussion, but that's what I'm saying. But that's the truth.
Right.
So like. Nobody knows what it's like unless you're them.
Right.
To especially someone like Ed Sheeran, by the way, because Ed Sheeran isn't particularly attractive.
Yeah.
So imagine not being attractive and then having all these beautiful ass women throw like. So, at the end of the day, would you care?
So you don't judge him, is my answer. You wouldn't go, oh, I liked Ed. Now I just think he's a bit of a. I don't know why we're blaming Ed Sheeran, by the way. He's like, I married my childhood sweetheart. But
no, I mean,
I'm just interested to know like.
I mean, a little bit, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But not like
disappointed.
I think it's disappointment because you know, like he was saying, like how can a woman judge because she doesn't have a penis? Yeah, and I know men and women are different, as we talked about on our other Bill Burr videos. I'm not going to get into it, but at the end of the day, you can just say no. Like, no, you can't. Listen, no, you can't, because everything in you is saying it. But call me like a hopeless romantic. But I think if you can just take yourself out for a moment and like have a little bit of self-control, then I think that if you really do love the person that you're with that much, you should be able to say, yeah, I know I could like bang her and like she would never find out and like everything would be fine and like I could still go home and like love her. Yeah. But I think it just has to do with.
So you're saying that you wouldn't what you're basically saying from what you're saying is you understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
But you're also disappointed because you're a hopeless romantic and you believe in love and you believe that.
Yeah, I mean I said hopeless romantic, but no, I said hopeless romantic, but actually it's not a hopeless romantic because a hopeless romantic would say no, they love each other so much, so the temptation is not a thing. Like no, it is a very, very real thing. Obviously, like humans are tempted forever. And then think about celebrities who get like the most beautiful women thrown at them.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, yeah, but I have built something at home with this person. Do I really want to like fuck it up? And then if you really do, I think you do need to step back and be like, well, wait, then why do I want to do that? Am I not getting what I need at home?
That's the only bit I have to disagree with. It's not about not getting it at home. That's the thing for men. We've obviously, for anyone who's watching, by the way, don't worry, we have never cheated on each other, nor are we like in an open relationship swingers or whatever. The reason, honestly, I think our relationship works is because I demanded from you honesty and communication, which usually is the other way around. It's the woman who, but I demanded it, that we have to talk about everything, even if it's uncomfortable. So even, so like, when we get like really famous off Culture Clash reactions and the women are throwing themselves at me, I'm going to be equipped for, but seriously though, let's just, I don't know, even like, I have dreams of starting a business and what if it happens and, let's say I go big or whatever. Yes, they won't be throwing themselves at me, but people look at me differently. Yeah. But I'd like to think that at my age as well, I'm 35 now, I've lived quite a bit of a life and I have experience that I know how to almost like not deter them, but I know how to deal with that. But if you're 22 and you've been chasing girls since you were 15, like there's no handbook for these kids.
That's why I think to even ask me that question, it's not a black and white thing.
It's a loaded question, yeah.
It's not black and white at all.
Right.
Because it does have to do with everything.
Yeah.
It has to
Sorry to cut you off, but like that's why like Ricky Gervais is a good example, who we love. He didn't get famous till he was 40.
Yeah.
But he'd been with I always forget her name, his girlfriend.
Anne or Annie?
No. If you said her name, I'd go, yeah. Jane. He'd been with Jane so like he was well equipped at 40 to go, oh yeah, this is my like.
Yeah, but imagine if you blow up, you're famous in your like early 20s when all you're supposed to be doing is like experimenting and yeah.
But then you could say the same, I guess, for someone like a Tiger Woods or whatever who did do it when he was. But people like that.
But that's the thing, baby, as well. You don't know what's going on at home either. That also has something to do with it.
I think so.
Because you also like. I've also learned that you obviously things that get blown up in the media are like, not Tiger Woods, but anybody like. oh, he cheated on his beautiful actress. You know, she's so beautiful and successful. She might be a fucking terror, and they might not have sex, and she might be a prude, and like, so you don't know. It's not like a black and white thing. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's a loaded question. But if I had to give you an answer, no, I don't judge him, but it is kind of shit that you couldn't like.
It's disappointing.
You couldn't like, to put it very frank, to control your dick for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a woman, I know you might want me to be like
It's
cool
hard.
and
The
detach
only way
myself,
the
but
only way I can describe it to women is like being in like, I don't know, being absolutely starving for 4 days. You didn't eat anything, and somebody brought you a delicious like chocolate cake with cream on top and strawberries,
that's the
and
thing.
you go, you know, no, I'm sticking to my diet.
But
like,
that's the thing, though, is it? Like, if you do have someone that you love, and let's say you have a good sex life and all these things, and you're at a party, and someone comes up, like this hot woman comes up and is basically like, go in the bathroom and I'll suck your dick for like 5 minutes, no one will know.
Yeah.
That's not being starving for 4
That's
days.
true.
Do you know what
That's
I mean?
true.
You can just say like, no thanks.
It's also, do you know, if I'm honest, you know what it also is? It's,
Pride.
It's the ego.
Like male
boost.
ego. Like, oh yeah, she wants me that bad.
Our ego is, it's hard to control, man.
And then you also just have to look at it, nerd over here, okay? But you have to also look at it as like a scientific thing. Is biologically men and women are programmed different. Like,
for sure.
Women,
and anyone who pretends like women like sex just as much as men, I go,
of course we do.
Shut
But I'm
up,
saying,
you annoy
of
me.
course we do. But we aren't programmed to fuck as many people as we can.
Right.
To like spread your seed. Like he even said it. Bill Burr said it. Like about it's how we survived as a species, because that's what you literally are programmed. I need to spread as much as I can.
Right.
And we're not. We're prone like or programmed to have one mate.
Right.
And like love that person.
True.
And if you get down to the core of it, that's usually what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't cheat on me. I love you.
No, but baby, you have to understand, and now we're like airing out our laundry on camera, but
Whatever.
we have a line of communication. I actually blame men for not having an open line of communication with their women, because the way men truly feel, this comes from Patrice, the way men truly, like right in the gut, is so foul and so unacceptable in society that we keep it to ourselves. It could be something as fucked up as, oh yeah, I'd love a threesome with your sister. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have a sister. We're just saying.
No, you're right.
But there's guys out there like, I'd love a threesome with your sister. And
But imagine if you said that out loud.
If you said that, but that's what he feels. So
Right.
men have to, over time, control how they really feel about stuff. It could be anything. It could be you're in the doctor's office sitting next to your husband and a woman walks by, click, clap, click, high heels, incredible legs, figure to die for, and I've got to go, you know, I've got to like repress like my male, you know, it's not even that, oh, I want to fuck that. It's, I've got to repress. So over time, repressing, holding it all in. That's
but then
when
I
we
also think
explode
like,
and we
yeah,
do
that's
something
when men
shitty,
explode.
like,
Yeah,
that's when
yeah.
we do something shitty and get a hooker in the fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
Just to, you know,
Well, you've even told me before, like it's hard to hear, but I genuinely believe you. You said if I ever were to cheat on you, you would know well before it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I would be straight up.
Yeah, because the relationship.
So you don't think?
Go on. Now we're really doing it now. Go on.
Everyone's tuning in.
Everyone's like.
So you don't think? You think that you're equipped? Okay.
I do.
You're not going to tell me the truth.
No, I'll tell you the truth.
Asking this
I'll
question.
tell you the truth. We've had this conversation.
I know. If you were in a nightclub.
Yeah.
And I wasn't there, and a girl came up to you that was banging.
Right.
Hotter than me. I know it's hard, but like you know, I know it's hard.
Yeah. Go on.
And said like, look, I've been like looking at you.
Okay.
I think you're really attractive. I don't want anything from you.
Cool.
Just want to like, and then, you know, puts the game on a little bit. And it's like, you know, let's go to the bathroom and let me like, just like for 5
We've had
minutes.
this conversation before, and I said to you, the honest truth is, I don't know. But what I also said to you is,
That's not the right answer.
No, well, that's the
I'm
thing,
just
because
kidding,
you
I'm
want.
kidding.
That's the thing. You're not the
I
right
know,
answer.
I
I'm
know.
telling you what the right answer is.
I
The
know.
right answer is, I don't know.
Yeah.
But here's the good news. I'm 35 years of age, and never in my life, never has a woman come up to me and be like, hey, listen up. I don't know who you are or what you are or what's your story, but let's go in the bathroom and fucking have it out right now. That's never happened to me. Every time I've got successful with a woman was based on the way I conducted myself, whether it was being
Right.
funny, charming.
You have to invite it, basically.
I have to invite it. That part I have control over, inviting it. So I don't invite women over anymore. So guess what? They don't approach me in general because it's very obvious that I'm closed off.
Yeah.
Whereas I know guys who are in relationships and they still
Leave the
sometimes-
door open.
Oh,
I see
they
it all
don't
the
even
time, yeah.
mention that they have wives.
Yeah.
They don't even mention they have girlfriends. They keep it right to the end. So that's the difference. So the answer to your question, if a girl, I don't know. I'd like to think. I'd like to think. I'd like to think. No, listen to me. I'd like to think because it's important for people to listen to.
No, I know.
I'd like to think that I wouldn't, but I haven't been put to that test. Same as Tiger Woods and all these people. That's absolutely reprehensible. Like Bill Burr was saying, you guys haven't been put to the test like that. What? There's people throwing their vagina at you.
And that also, honestly, like, that just shows such a difference between man and woman. Because if you were to ask me that question, if a guy came up and was like, hey,
right,
you know, I'd be like, no, I have a husband. Like, what? No.
Because
we're not programmed to do that.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Dick doesn't mean anything to women. It's like water. You can get it whenever you want. You could walk out. You're attractive enough now. You could open this window and hey, does anybody want a quick... 19 guys would fucking turn up at the front door. Are you kidding? If I do it, the cops are called.
Yeah, it's true.
There's a guy. He's yelling. Who wants some puss? Stop pretending we live in the same world.
No, we don't.
Do not.
No, you're right.
We do not live in the same world. But God, we could go on and on. We've been going for too long now.
Oh well.
Anyway, we had a little.
Basically, what we're saying is, Ben loves me. He would never cheat on me.
Never. Yeah, baby.
I'm just kidding. I know.
You're my whole world. Anyway. Should we leave it there?
Yeah.
All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I forgot the camera was on there for a second. We were just going.
Check us out at Instagram at Culture Clash Reaction.
Please join in the discussion. Any thoughts? Welcome.
I can't wait to see or hear about the men and women. If if men comment and then women comment and see
but
different.
most of our audience is male.
Is men.
Like 88%.
Yeah.
So 88. I'm speaking like an American now. 88%. Anyway,
Yeah.
right. Until next time, thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking around for the discussion. Love you all. See you later.